This is interviews with the victims of Arkansas DHS Child Services, and these people are going to tell their story.
Yeah, we are here. We're in Little Rock. It's December the 10th, and I have in front of me a family who's been severely and grossly affected by the child welfare system. And first of all, tell us your name.
I am Ashley Davis, and this is my husband, Damon Davis. We've been married for almost 15 years now. We have we have 7 kids, 6 that are in the foster care system now. I had 4 babies in 3 years. DHS was there with us during the last 4 babies. We started taking drug tests in 2014 when they took tip to the hotline was made stating that we were feeding our kids marijuana seeds.
I'm sorry, what date was that?
That was October 30th, 2014.
Wow.
We agreed to taking random drug screens to prove that, we were not drug addicts and that it did not affect our kids and that the allegations were false. In 2017, we were ready for the whole thing to be over with. They were interrupting just everyday life. They would knock on the door when the twins were asleep, or I had all 4 babies down for a nap, and it was just really upsetting. So we requested a hair follicle. They did the hair follicle, and it came back positive for methamphetamine. We thought they had fabricated the results until the kids' hair follicles also came back positive for methamphetamine. We then asked the judge, we told her that it had to have been the house. That was the only thing we could come up with. We knew we hadn't been doing drugs. We knew we weren't feeding it to our kids. So the judge ordered DHS to test the house. Well, that took all the way up until November of 2017. During this entire time, we are doing counseling, parenting classes, therapy, drug and alcohol assessments, group classes, individual classes. We did a total of 2 drug and alcohol assessments because they said that we lied on the first one. Well, when we went for the second assessment, they took the information from the first one and just had us sign it. So, and anytime we went to court, we weren't able to say anything. We didn't have the funds to hire an attorney. The first attorney that we hired, he told the judge told my parents, which ended up telling the judge that we told him to his face that we did methamphetamine, which was a lie. Then he removed himself from our case after the first court date, and we had given him $2,500. So we decided that we were just going to do everything that they asked us to and get our kids back that way. Well, we did everything that they asked us to. And our kids were moved. The 2 oldest ones were in 7 different schools, back and forth between Carlisle, Cabot, Lone Oak. Their grades, they had always had straight A's and B's, and now they're almost failing just because of all the moving around. Our 4 little ones had never even stayed the night with anybody. And I can't imagine the pain that they felt the first night that they were gone. We haven't seen them since May. And it hurts. But thanks to Michelle, last week in her feed, she gave me a voice, and I'm not stopping until I get our kids back. Our kids don't deserve it. And yes, they are with family now, but my parents are too old. I'm not saying they don't take good care of our kids, but they shouldn't have to. We owned our home, we own our cars, we go to work every day. There's no drug addict activity anywhere in our life, and I don't understand how a judge can terminate 2 parents' rights when they've done everything that's been asked of them. We have a brand new house that DHS wouldn't even come see. All the rooms are set up for the kids. Yeah, we didn't have the money to get it, and our landlord, she's an angel, I swear. It was just, nobody had rented this place for 2 years. She wasn't sure if she was going to rent it out, and then she was like, God told me y'all were the ones.
Oh, wow.
And we've been there ever since. Our checks, We get paid twice a month, and combining our checks don't even add up to $600, which is the month's rent. So you add that plus the other bills. Lord willing, it's just our landlord. She's been a blessing. We can show her our check stubs, and she's like, "That's your whole check," and I'm like, "I know."
And why did they take the kids? What happened that caused them to take the kids?
Fell to hair follicle. The hair
Yeah,
follicle.
why did you have to take it? How did they first get involved?
By saying that we fed our kids marijuana
Yep.
seeds.
Okay, so
Okay, what put you on the radar?
Okay, so when we told people this before we started doing everything to get our kids back, they would tell us that we were just pointing fingers. My husband's sister is Tanique Catton. She is the DHS worker who embezzled nearly $20 million through the feeding program. I had to testify against her. The week following me testifying against her is the same week that DHS came and got our kids, which that's the reason we thought they fabricated our results. If you go back into her federal investigation, the week that they came out and seen us for the first time in October of 2014 was 1 week after they had kicked in her door. So the timing, the timeline and everything is set up with her. Like, it's unbelievable.
And so do you think she reported you? She was retaliating against you? Are you thinking that maybe
Yes.
there was
There was 19 people that went down with her.
There is another, plain as day evidence that proves that it was her. When our kids were taken, my parents, my dad's a preacher, he went to get our kids, him and my mom, no criminal record or anything. When he gets up there, they tell him that they've got a 72-hour hold on our kids because of a burn on my son's foot that's like 3 months old. It's healed. So this was Easter weekend. So after that, they were up there Monday morning. We had filled out a power of attorney in case anything happened to us that my parents would get our kids. The DHS worker had thrown that into the floor, saying that, so my dad went to get a sheriff. Well, by the time he got back, DHS's doors were closed and locked. It's Easter weekend, so we couldn't get back up there until Monday morning. Well, when they went back to get the kids, they said that my dad had a hit put on him, saying that he hit me with his fist when I was 15 years old. So now he has to, which they didn't tell him that's what happened. They said that in order to find out what the hit was about, he had to hire an attorney. So then he hires an attorney, which took about a week to find the right one. And he, after he hired the attorney and found out what it was about, he said there was no evidence. But it still took all the way up till August for them to say there was no evidence and to drop it to where they could get our kids. So that right there, where did that come from? If there wasn't somebody behind the system that put it there.
Exactly.